Yo, all right, all right, all right. What is up, my friends? Welcome to the stream. Let me just get situated here and we'll get rolling. Yo, yo, yo. All right. Oh, it won't let me pull up my video now. Let me see here. Man, it has been forever since we did a stream, hey? Yeah. Oh, duh. There we go. Hey, there I am. Oh, wow. That's all out of whack. Okay. It'll have to do. So I was trying to use my other camera and I couldn't figure it out. So we'll have to deal with this. How's my audio? Audio good? You got a close up on my face. Oh, man. All right. Just got back from the gym like 30 minutes ago. So feeling good, man. Feeling jacked up. Still got pre-workout cruising through my veins here. Cursing. Yeah, I should say cursing through my veins. That stuff is a curse. Pre-workout is the it's crazy. All right, let's get up a screen. Let's share a screen. Holy crap, how many tabs do I got here? That one. Bingo, there it is. All right, walletmonkey.io. All right, first off, congratulations, guys. Because of you, we just crossed over 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel recently, which is a big deal. You know, like when did we start? 2021, I think. So over a year to get 10,000 subscribers, which to some people is great. Maybe to me is a little bit slow, but hey, you know, I'm pretty picky. But it is 100% because of you guys. You guys watch the videos. You guys tune into the content. You guys share, you know, I don't even know what happens behind the scenes, you know, talking about us in Facebook groups, et cetera, et cetera. So all that matters is that we've somehow provided value to you in your life and you go and share that. So that's what's amazing. And I couldn't be more thrilled to, you know, to continue this journey. So, you know, we're just getting started. So I'm excited for this year and what we're going to be attempting to do here. I'm going to pull down StreamYard and just use the, there we go. Use the old YouTube. There'll be a little delay though. So I have zero plan for this live stream. All I knew is that we got to get back into the swing of it, right? Get back into live streaming together. So here I am. So I'm gonna let you guys basically decide. Like, you've got me for at least an hour. So whatever you want to talk about. Oh, I got a link to everyone in the Discord if anyone wants to jump on. Sweet show. What's up, man? Danny, what's up, brother? Oh man, dude, finally. Because I remember the side hustle stream, and you're like, bro, that was a little too early. So I accommodated you and a lot of other people that said the same thing, and so here we are. Hopefully, this is like good time for evening. Let me know that actually really quick. Is this good time to do for future streams? Because, you know, now that we're going to do less uploads, unfortunately, and it's just because that's the game that we're trying to play. Like, I'm trying to satisfy the algorithms, which is, oh man, it's so it's so dumb. I can't swear on this because then it's going to affect our channel too, which I do curse in real life. So most people do. It's just so dumb that we kind of got to do this. And I don't have all the answers for like what works and what doesn't work. All I know is that it seems like we're getting better traction with less uploads, even though I would rather just upload every day. So anyway, it will be good though, because it's less stress on us. And I tend to get like really, really hyper focused and go crazy with something like this, you know, so it's good that like we can kind of pull back and plan uploads a little bit better and, you know, map out, you know, what we do, because most of the videos, like 99% of the videos, bro, I'm just shooting from the hip. Like, I'll deep dive the topic and then, you know, go through all of my notes and everything I've gathered, which that process can take, you know, gathering the notes can take anywhere between like an hour or, you know, a couple days. And then I'll just deep dive the topic. It'll be fresh in my head. I'll go through all my notes again, kind of structure it in my head, because I've done so many videos. I've done so much stuff like this that I'll kind of just structure it in my brain. And then I just flick on the video and then bang, we're going after it. So, yeah. So anyways, more live streams will be good because we can just like kick around, hang out, and there's not a whole lot, of expectation, and we can just hang out and you guys can get to know me more, whatever. You can ask questions about what we're trying to do with Wallet Monkey, whatever, like nothing's off limits with that. So I think that'll, what do you want? What do you want? My dog's like begging at the door. I have 2 small dogs. But yeah, anyway, I just figured something like this would be really, really cool. Boom. Thanks for all the love, guys. Thank you. All right, hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen, and then that way I can jump into the Discord. I've been operating off of one monitor, so I literally picked up another monitor the other day, just so that we could do streams. All right, there it is right there. All right, cool. I'm on the screen. Let me give the link to anyone who wants to join. Okay. Boom. And the Discord, I was not expecting the Discord to be as good as it is. Like, no lie. Share screen. Let's bring this back up. Bang. Okay. So walletmonkey.io is the place to go. So we kind of move stuff around sometimes, but I mean, the big things that you guys care about is finding pre-qualified offers. We just updated this page. We got a video dropping on the channel soon. 85. I thought 86, but HSBC has closed its pre-qual again. But 85 different pre-qualification offers. Like, stupid. All in one place. No pop-ups, no crap, no ads juiced all over the place. Just simple, tools for you guys, right? All right in one place. So I love it. And then you see here we've got like the master credit card lender list, the store credit card lender list, the credit union lender list. We got the same thing that we're kind of starting to build up with the business side. Business credit seems to be the hot topic right now. Sole prop kind of talk. So yeah. And then I'm trying to gather data right now. If you guys want to help, what am I trying to gather data on? AUs. So I haven't done AUs since 2019, and AUs in 2019 sucked then, and they still suck. What I mean by that is like, it's so all over the map. Like sometimes they report to all 3, sometimes they report to 2, sometimes it's 1, sometimes one AU will get picked up on one bureau for like 2 months, and then it'll get picked up by the rest of the bureaus. Sometimes there's even a hard pull on your credit profile. Sometimes there's nothing at all. They don't even ask for your social security number, which that's absolutely insane too. So, oh, hell yeah. Boom. USA is in the house. What's up, guys? Cool. Thanks. And somebody just, Danny, thanks for that, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I appreciate all the love from you guys. I mean, we couldn't have done it without you. But yeah, so we're trying to build a list for AUs because, I still think that's a decent weapon. FICO 9 discredits AUs quite a bit, and FICO 10. It's not that AUs won't work with FICO 10 because FICO 10's already rolled out. It's just that because now they can get a snapshot of 24 months of credit history, will an AU be as valuable as it once was? No, it won't. Oh, wow. There's such a big lag on the YouTube studio live stream. That's crazy, dude. All right, we'll share this link out. Let's get some more people in here, hey? All right, so I dropped the poll, and it looks like, oh, there it is. Okay, so I dropped the poll. What are you going for right now? And there's only a few people on the stream, but it's like pretty tied: business credit, personal credit, and then a few people in the garden. I know that. Are we getting Discord notifications on the screen? I hope not. I hope that. What was I going to say? Oh, I know that we got a couple of people coming out of the garden and a couple of the whales in the community. I'm excited to see what they go for next. And then I'm about to come out of the garden soon. I got to bring down my utilization on a few more cards, and then I'm going to be coming out of the garden. And then it's online Donkey Kong. I got some cards that I got on my mind for this year, and so I think I'm going to, because my approach has changed too. As much as we were updating you guys with videos and stuff, my approach changes as well. So definitely taking less of a one big app spree approach and more of a just like gradual, consistent. So this year, I'm hoping to pick up another couple 100,000 in credit. All right. So if you guys got, oh, hell yeah, Q's on, everybody's on. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for jumping in, at least just for a second to share the love. I like it. Yeah, you guys are absolute studs, Like, man, one of the problems, just to go on a rant for a second, one of the problems with the credit industry is that for the longest time, it was like shrouded in mystery and guarded by a few noble guards who would charge you $100 or, this price or that price for this coveted information. And that's just a bunch of crap. It's just because so few people had access to it and nobody was willing to comb through the FICO forums for days and days and days and the credit boards to gather the information and then present it in one place. And so because with your guys' help, we can now do that at such a high level. It's like, that's the only reason why we've grown, right? I firmly believe that. Can you get a Dun & Brad number while being a sole prop? Absolutely, yeah. You can actually file to get an EIN with the state and get Dun & Brad number. So that would actually be, it's just so confusing because it's like a sole prop is really just, when you look at it that way, it's just going to be a tax designation. And so there was supposed to be a changeover with moving from 200 transactions and or $20,000 is the minimum to start reporting to taxes 1099s, right? And then it was supposed to drop down to $600, which is awful. And that didn't happen though. So we got a video dropping on that too, but they changed it right after we shot the video. So we had to like go and shoot an update. I don't know when that's going to drop on the channel, but we shot that like back in December, I think. There was supposed to be the changeover to $600, but in late December, they decided that they're going to delay it another year. Understand that for the most part, this changeover, when it's $600 is minimum transaction, like why even bother with getting an actual sole prop? Just get an LLC. Because you're going to save on taxes, and you're going to have the opportunity then to designate it as an S corp, which would allow you to pick how much is actually going to be wages, so that you again can control, not hide, not cheat from taxes, but you can control how much is taxed and how you're taxed. Go back and watch the S corp versus LLC video, and or just hang out, and we've got another video coming out soon for that. But yeah, that's my opinion too. I'm not a tax professional at all. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid. And double check everything with a real, tax professional, right? All right. So what's everyone building right now? We've got 50-50 business credit, personal credit. So let's get some business credit questions flowing. I got a personal credit question here. I want to let me jump over to this guy and let's bring this up. So this is the question I just answered from Danny. Thanks for that, brother. And then we have Jesus. I'm so glad Jesus joined us on the stream. So in the future, for someone starting off their credit journey, the best start would be a secured credit card. Kind of. There's like massive debate over this. Is the best play a secured credit card or a secured loan of some sort? Right. And I would say that they're kind of the same thing. It's just, what are you going to have access to? What are you going to be able to get? You yourself going to be able to get? Like, I think it's easier to get into like a credit union ecosystem like Navy Fed, PenFed. I think you have more options going into something like that. And you a lot of times can skip the whole secured credit card thing, because remember, utilization, DTI versus stated income, a look at the profile. That's really what they're looking at. So it doesn't really matter if you have a brand new profile and you have no credit at all, or you have a ton of credit and your profile is linked up and, it looks really, really great. And you've done that on purpose so that you could get more trade lines. Like, it tends to reward both extreme ends of that spectrum. Like, we've all heard of, somebody going into Navy Fed and getting a, $10,000, $20,000 credit card and they're like 18. It's like, how's that possible? Well, because again, look at the parameters that they're looking at. Again, DTI being important, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why you tend to see, tend to see such like polarization there. So in back to the secured credit question, first off, I think we got a resource for that. Where do I have that? Credit cards? I'm trying to get, okay, we'll come back to that in just a sec. Do I have that on this page? I think it's somewhere. We just redid a bunch of these pages. So yeah, best secured cards that graduate. I don't know if this is up to date. I didn't update this. But here's a look at a bunch that you could do. But I like what USA said, both. Because what you really want is, I don't know, somewhere 2 to 4. I would not go 4 secured cards myself. I would probably just get 2, let them report, and then I would try and pick up a couple AUs if you could, and have somebody put you on their profile, right? Which just about every bank offers in some sort of capacity. If it's a family, especially if it's family, don't go paying for this stuff. AUs are like $600 to $1,000 a piece, and they only stay on your profile for like 2 to 3 months. So what's the point of doing that? Again, I'm sure the AU guys will come and jump at me for that, but yeah, I would rather just like get added onto a family account that's got like 20 years of history and do that. And so I would do a little bit of both. Okay. Yep, we already answered that. So all right, let's jump back into some business. Trying to get more business credit under sole prop. Yeah, are you using the sole prop? So there's 2 ways. There's like 2 technically ways that we can use that. Is we're just using our social security number and we don't have an EIN, and we're using our personal address, all of our personal credit profile information, and then we're using our personal income, and then for business revenue, we're just putting like projected, right? So that's enough to get you into American Express, Bank of America, Chase, all the Amazon co-brand cards. All of those cards are going to be just fine. Wells Fargo, you're going to be just fine with that. So you could do that. And then like if you're actually looking to like build out a separate entity, an entity credit, because again, like LLC is just like limiting the amount of exposure you've got. So if you're in a high risk category and there's like blowback and there's lawsuits that start, firing off, then it's just harder. And they usually separate personal assets from business assets. Now, is that saying that they can never come after personal assets if they were to come after the LLC? It just depends on what kind of lawyer and what kind of, problem you got yourself into. But for the most part, if you are technically in a higher risk category, or you want protection and you want separation from the 2, that's why most people go with an LLC. Typically. And feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. All right, did I miss any? Oh, here's an old one. Okay, I've received so much knowledge and data points from your channel. Thanks and congrats. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. 10,000 subs, man. It's just like psychologically, that's a good number. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Cool. Keep yourself at an LLC when a property owner. I mean, man, we could get into some nasty stuff. Talking about like how to really add in layers of protection, adding in trusts, putting all your IP under different entities and structuring this thing out, and who's the trustees, who's the trustees, who has access, and how is dividends paid out to you on the back end of all that. I will say, like, as the market sophistication goes up, right? As there's more players now in the market of America that are getting smarter and smarter, making more and more money, it will make more sense to have more protection. Wow, that came out with a lot of mores in that sentence. I hope you get what I mean. It's just like, if you're just starting out and you haven't even made $100 yet, or you haven't even made your first $50,000, a lot of this stuff does not matter to you, because to set this stuff up, you're looking at $10,000 to $20,000. So that being said, I would just say that, like, if you're just starting out and you're on track to make your first $30,000, splurge, go set up an LLC. That's your first start, because you're gonna, depending on what your margins are, you're gonna want to pretty quickly start to designate as a S corp, because it's just a tax designation, and then you get to decide how and what is taxed as payroll and as revenue. So payroll comes off the top as an S corp. Payroll does not come off the top as an LLC. So we're taxed on the whole bundle as an LLC. As an S corp, we're taxed minus the payroll. Does that make sense? That's the easiest way to explain it. Yeah, and that's a great point. Is like, look, just keep yourself separated, and you don't have to get into all the crazy stuff right out of the gates. As the business grows, and as we get from hundreds of thousands to then millions, you'll definitely want to add in layers of protection, right? And options for yourself, for your family, just to make sure that the estate is protected. Because if we're going to go through, I don't know, here's my viewpoint on it. If we're going to go through the hassle of trying to build a business, trying to make a better life for ourselves. We obviously want that to positively affect our family, right? And so we're going to want to pass that down to our family. So we want to make sure that the estate is protected. So we need to start doing things like an estate plan, a will, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not trying to get too deep into that. But yeah, I mean, it's fun and terrifying and scary all at once. Like once you kind of start diving into that world, but it's just like credit. It's so funny. It's just like credit. It's just like any other topic. The more information, the more knowledge you have, the better off you are. So when you have zero knowledge and you're like looking at LLCs and entity structuring and taxes and lawsuits, you're just like, my brain is going nuts. I have no clue what to look at, what to focus on. But slow down as we start to take this piece by piece, nibble away at this thing. You start to get the whole picture, just like you did with your journey with credit, right? So that's all we're trying to do. Oh, that's good. Okay. If I just move everything to the second monitor, then I don't get notifications on the first one. Okay, good. Do I want a smoothie? Not yet. All right, let's drop some more questions in the chat. Again, this is just free flow Q&A. It's entirely up to you guys. We'll go as long as you want. Wait. Let me go back to this one. Show. Okay. What do we got? Is it possible to get high credit limit with Navy Fed with a 65K yearly income and a very low DTI? Yes. It's going to go to one of two different ways. You either get a super low credit limit on your first card. Let's say you get like a cash rewards, which is the green card. You might get $500, $1,000, $2,000 limit. It's either going to go that route. And then the second card is a banger, which if the first card is low, that tells you that you need to do more data points. You need to have more transactional history with them. And again, this is just what I've noticed. I might be completely wrong on this. It literally, this worked for me and it's worked for, I don't know, a dozen plus people directly in the community. That tells me that they have limited data points on you. So it's like, then I start looking at, okay, direct deposits. I start looking at money market accounts, all the other bells and whistles. I drip $5 into each one of those every single month to, again, get transactional history flowing. You could look at a pledge loan, and then I go and I get that second card. And that's when you get like a banger, 20K card, 25K card, something like that, right? Which, okay, so we've got some new information. I don't know if you guys saw this video. Oh, yeah, let's bring this up. So we published a short yesterday, which I'll do a more detailed video on it. Where's my mouse? There it is. And the highest card I've ever seen now is a flagship with 70,100 as the credit limit. Guys sent me like 3-4 screenshots. It looks legit. So I didn't know that, right? And then I was looking back on comments from somebody that claimed to be from Navy Fed staff, watched a bunch of our videos, and what he said, and then a couple other people now have said it. So it looks like this is the bigger picture here is that you can get up to $80,000 on the flagship card. You can get up to an $80,000 limit on the flagship card. The $78,000 credit limit that we just saw now proves it. It's $2,000 away, right? So it's not too hard to think that you could literally get the max exposure, 80,000 on one card. Now that's just the flagship. All the other cards, I thought the max on those cards were 30,000. It's not. You can get up to 50,000 on all the other cards, more rewards, cash rewards, platinum, etc. And then the only other thing that I think there's question on in the community still is when do they start asking for docs? When do they start asking for proof of income, et cetera, et cetera? I don't know. It seems like the standard with American Express, with a lot of these institutions, is somewhere between $30,000 to $35,000. Once you get one card over that limit or a group of cards over that limit, that's when you tend to see more asking for documentation. So I hope that helps. But yeah, you got just as much of a shot as anybody else. I would test out that first card and then, see, and then, obviously make changes from there. Right. Man, I wish we still had, we don't have the Navy Fed guide up anymore. They came after us for a trademark lawsuit, infringement rather, last year. And then for those that were wondering where it's at, I just didn't feel like doing anything with it. I got lazy. So shame on me for that. Which clearly with my tonality that I just answered that in, I still feel a little stupid about it, but could have gone after it. Would have been an easy payday, easy 5,000 to 10,000 because it was a 90% chance that we were going to win. I really don't know why. There was the house going on and a bunch of other shit going on at the time. And I guess I just was like, I will say this, if they come after me again, I will I will behave differently. Okay. What else? Then this one, right? Backed by Bank of America, which is a great card option with a welcoming bonus, currently 50K points and $100 credit statement for $100 spent. That is ridiculous. Q is deep in the trenches all the time with travel rewards, how to use points, perks, statuses. Yeah, that is like our go-to guy in the community for statuses and things like that. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. We got somebody. Cal jumped in. All right, you're in. Let me throw on my headset. You're muted. When you're ready to go, unmute. All right, cool. We'll wait for him to unmute. What else do we got? If you want to jump in, I dropped the link in the Discord. You can jump in for everybody in the Discord only. I probably should have done it in the YouTube members too. It's the two different places. It's hard to kind of differentiate between the two sometimes. All right, what else we got? Is my chat delayed or we got no chat? Chat, where you at? And then Kai, you are muted. So if you want to unmute yourself or if you want me to unmute you, you can hit me in private chat and just let me know what's going on. Oh, okay, cool. I think he's going to jump back in. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, YouTube is delayed pretty bad. All right, so business credit is winning 54%. We'll talk more business credit. Yes, sir. Okay, add the stream. Yo, you there? Let me know in private chat if you want me to unmute you, if you can't see it or something. On mobile, it gets a little weird, but StreamYard is actually really, really easy to use. And it's cool. I hope that we'll have more chats like this and we'll bring more people in, but definitely, yeah, easy platform to use. All right, cool. Yeah, keep asking questions in the chat. This is just a free flow Q&A, kind of like to celebrate. And then I want to do some sort of giveaway too. So let's talk about that really quick. I don't know what or how. I'm thinking that we're going to give away, because the Credit Mastermind is closed. I think I'm going to leave that closed until like middle of the year or so, just because I'd rather give more focus now and continue to work out the rest of the bugs. Like we had onboarding bugs with welcome emails and people not getting into the membership area, just dumb stuff like that. And then obviously there's like a high touch point one-on-one for me with everybody. I think we got like 10, 15 people in there right now. And so I think I'm going to leave that closed till middle of the year. But I thought a pretty sick giveaway would be to give 1 year access away to that. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. So I think we're going to do that. I just have no clue how I want to do that yet. Maybe we'll do a gleam so we can try and tap into some virality or something. Because how we did it before is I just give it away. Like I just pick a random comment and give it away. Like we gave away a ton of PlayStation games, a whole PlayStation 1 and like 30 games, a bunch of PlayStation 4, Xbox One, all kinds of stuff we gave away. What else did we give away? What was the end giveaway? We gave away some Discord access. I think I gave away 3 years of Discord access for free. We gave away a ton of stuff during the holidays. So that's going to be our thing though. Like you can expect this year around the holidays, we're going to give away a ton of stuff. And I want to get more integrated with that this year and do a better job of it. But definitely going to share the love this year and give some more stuff away. But yeah, I'm thinking we're going to give away 12-month access to the Mastermind, which basically is just going to give you a ton of access to me. Okay, I'm starting to travel more, 5 to 10 times a year to take advantage of travel cards. What do you recommend on where to start? Which credit card to use? That's a great question. One of the, maybe if you're going to go Delta, like Delta Hilton, I would go one of those two cards or both. And then if you're going to go into Chase ecosystem, or if you're going to go into Barclays, you just got to decide which ecosystem you want to go into. We have a Hilton Honors video, I think, dropping soon. So because we're streaming, I think we'll do that Friday. Maybe we'll drop that tomorrow. And that's on how Q went from like basically gold all the way up to gold all the way up to diamond with one trip. But it was a huge trip through Turkey. He's going to be there for like months and months and months. But because he used the booking portal for both the flight and the and all the hotels, the deal he got was just stupid. So I'll give my quick experience on this. 3, maybe 4 years ago, the the points portal, it was awful. You would get, and it depended on how you like to travel. Me personally, how I was traveling at the time was I was jumping all throughout Asia, and a lot of times I was just jumping out to reset visas, or like visa on arrival or something like that within that country. So I did not care what flight I got. I wanted the cheapest flight. So I would use Traveloka. I would use Google Flights, Scott's Cheap Flights, and I understand that all of those things still work, right? Like Scott's Cheap Flights is bigger now than ever. I think that they got bought out and they've got like funding behind it now. But you're booking out. So those are extreme discounts that they find, like gaps in the system that they find. And you still got to book out in advance. If I go now to these booking portals, Delta, Hilton, whatever, Venture X, if I go into Capital One and book through there, Capital One is another good ecosystem too. Now that I think about it, is if I go into those portals and I'm booking out months in advance, it's the same deal. Like it's not quite as good, but also too, I think me personally, I'm not willing to travel like so rugged anymore. Like I want to get into like the seats with more leg room because I'm 6'1", or maybe something into business class or first class, something like that. So me personally, like, because my standards of traveling have also gone up, because if I'm going to travel now, and it's such a pain in the ass to travel with all the restrictions and show this card and, bend over and cough kind of stuff that's going on now, is I would just rather have a more pleasant experience because it's such a pain now to travel. So me personally, like my standard has just gone up a bit. That being said, it might be different for you. So those are your options. Like you can go super like scrappy and Scott's Cheap Flights, which has nothing to do with credit cards. There's no point in even trying to get a credit card or an ecosystem, which I think, again, is selling yourself short because it's kind of silly. Like get into an ecosystem, start to build miles, start to build points. And if you're going to be traveling 5 to 10 times a year, especially with like dedicated trips from US to Europe, US to Asia, US to Middle East, whatever, you're going to get a ton of points and you're going to be upgraded status. You're going to get this. This is like the simple end is you're going to get to cut in the line. You're going to get to bring more suitcases on the flight and not get charged, because they charge for everything beyond one bag. And I hate to even look at what carry-ons look like now. Like what is passable as a carry-on? I guarantee it's like nothing more than a purse. So all that's tightened up. So again, do yourself a favor, get into an ecosystem first off, especially if you're going to have that much travel on the books, because there'll be the lounges, there'll be the, second, third luggage, just ease of that. You'll be able to pass down like more basic points or statuses to other people that you're traveling with. The meals will look better. You'll be able to get upgrades. All of those things will make it a more pleasant travel experience. So the idea that you're even thinking about this is great. I hope that helps. But yeah, we just rattled off 4 ecosystems that you could look at. You're going to need to compare, because I have no clue where you're going, what trips you're taking. And yeah, so look at it that way. Don't try and mix ecosystems. Just probably try and hyper focus on one, right? Exactly. Holy crap, you're 6'3". That's insane. So yeah, 6'1", 6'3". God, they do not make the normal seats for 6'1" people. They make it for like emerging market little people. I'm telling you. Okay, so USAA's choice would be Venture X would be his choice. Cool. And I know that probably for Q, his choice would be what's he into? He's into the Hilton ecosystem. So his would be Hilton. And I don't know what mine would be. I don't travel like big trips anymore. Let's just say I go with the Chase ecosystem. I establish a business and have my accounts with them now. Yeah, cool. Then go with that. Yeah, you're going to want to get one. I would try and go with like one flight card and one hotel card, or just, yeah, or you could just go with one. Wow. Okay. What else we got here? Anyone see new offer from Citibank cards? They have some pretty decent offers for cashback cards with no annual fees, up to 21 months, no interest. Okay, so did they got a new balance transfer 0% offer? Wait, I thought we already had them on best balance transfer cards. Is Citibank already on here? I thought they had an offer in here. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got here? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it might still be similar. I know that they fluctuate with the dollar amount cash bonuses, like the sign up bonuses. Like here we got 200 when you spend 750. I know they're always fluctuating that, but Citi cards, man, Citi cards are slept on. I like Citibank a lot. Really great portal. They've got a bunch of like pop-up offers that they're always trying to get you into, like a high yield savings account, which are pretty good rates. I think they're like 3.4 or 3.6% right now. Pretty decent deals there. There's stacked on bonuses that you could do. They've got, basic checking savings bonuses that they're rolling out sometimes. So to get into that, and move into that ecosystem with a small amount of cash is not a bad idea, right? That's what a lot of people do in the community, by the way, is they'll take like 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, whatever it is, and they'll move from like Discover. Let the money sit. Cool. Grab my $200, $500 bonus. Now let's jump into Citibank, max that out, grab, another $500, $600, jump into Upgrade, jump into whoever's offering the best deals. They'll just take, a small amount of their cash and move it into that, and then throw that right back into some sort of CD. Or, what are I-bonds looking like right now? Let me see. There we go. I-bonds are 6%, right? 6.49, I thought. Yeah, 6.89. Okay. So I-bonds right now, pretty easy. 5,000 physical, 10,000 electric. You can max out. And what you're not going to beat inflation with this. You're not going to beat interest rates right now, but it's a decent place to put some money. Yeah. So anyways, like that's an easy play to offset the hard cost of literally just living life right now. Okay. But regardless, thanks for the info. Cool. All right, Eddie. And then what is this one here related to Eddie's question? If discounted travel is of interest, Barclays Priceline credit card, not sure if it's a good idea for you that you already got Chase. Yeah. The Barclays ecosystem I like, man. And Q really put me onto that because, he put me onto that because I wasn't looking, like Wyndham and stuff like that. Like those are still really, really good cards. Again, depends on where we're traveling internationally, but I'd be looking at that too. And maybe combining that because I'm not sure if you want to waste two strikes with Chase on those types of cards or what you're really looking to do there. Yeah, you're up to date. Cool. All right. Caught up. That makes you part of the emerging market. Okay. Don't know what that was. I-bonds low. Yeah. Not as good as what we were talking about back last year, right? What was it last year? 8 or 9%. Up until the end of October, we listed a video, or we published a video on that. That video was one of the worst videos that we got. Just how it goes, It had I think 300-400 views still to this day. So it got no love. Also part of it at 5.6. Yeah, I think 5.4, 5.5. You're in the tall man's group. Oh, I get it. You guys are having a whole. You're saying at 5.6 you're not part of the tall man's group. I get it. That's fair. I think I was trying to be nice. You always get yourself into trouble trying to be nice. All right, what else? What else do we got? Let's check on YouTube. How delayed is YouTube? I don't know. All right, cool. All right. Business credit is still winning. 15 votes. Cool. 47 minutes ago. Wow. All right, but we've been rolling for 38 minutes. What else we got? Hit us in the chat. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you guys want to chat about? And again, look, I'm referencing the site because I want you guys to get used to referencing this site. That's why we made it. Just there to use as a resource. Right. Back to streaming. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't think he tried to jump back in. Yeah, it'd be cool once we can get more and more people in here. Hey, have some fun, talk some shit. These are definitely not getting monetized. These streams are definitely not getting monetized. Yeah, what do we got here? 146 entries on the master credit card lender list. And that is, we broke out all the credit unions. And I think I'm slowly removing business. I think I want to remove business out of that too. So then it's just personal. And then, yeah, I update this from time to time. So you'll just notice more data points here. And this I don't like. We're working on something better for this. We're working on something better, believe me, because this is archaic to me. I don't like it. Yeah. All right, cool. So USA shared a screenshot recently of somebody getting a 30K starting limit right out of the gates, credit limit with Navy Fed. Yeah, that is crazy. I don't know what's up with that. I like it though. I like it. I like it that they're cleaning up, or supposedly cleaning up, and I like it that they're still remaining true to, you know, their core ethos of what they represent and what they offer people. Like, you really got to understand is that an institution like that, and that's why we talk about them so much, is there's not a single institution like them out there that's doing the volume at the size and scale that they're doing and still keeping up. Like, it really is crazy what they're offering. And they are offering anyone to come to the table and start to build a serious credit profile fast. That's why it's, that's why we talk about it so much, because it really is that crazy. And if, you know, just imagine if they didn't exist, what are your options? You know what I mean? Like, we're back to the grind of slowly grinding our way through these mainstream institutions that, it's much different of a game to play with them. So I like it. I like it personally. I love it. So I don't know. Is that the new standard for 2023? Like, I've got a 2023 Navy Fed video that we will be releasing, but I want to make sure that I wanted to actually wait until after March. So if you didn't know this, big update coming in March. We talked about this on the channel previously. What's in question still is the Go Paid card going to be affected? Now, we have from one person reporting that they called and talked to a staff, and that they said, yes, it's going to be affected, meaning that from now on, if you try to move money out of your accounts into a Go card, a prepaid card with them, it will not show up as an ACH anymore. The thing that's changing is everything was coded as an ACH, and clearly this was being abused. We didn't talk about this on the channel because I didn't want to bring more attention to it, but we were talking about this in the Discord. We knew that that basically, and most credit unions do this. I don't know if this was like laziness in the system, or they're all operating off the same like coded back end from a development standpoint, is that everything was coded as an ACH, even if it was technically a cash advance. Whereas, you know, there's whole teams of people that work to make sure that everything's coded properly with American Express, Bank of America, and the big dogs, right? You know, so anyway, they're changing that March 31st of this year. So that is the big news there. And we still don't know if that's going to affect the Go Paid credit cards or not, right? Yeah, I hope it doesn't. I think there's a lot of us that are hoping that it doesn't affect those cards, but if it does, it just means that whole game of removing cash from credit cards is kind of over with, because you're going to get hit with cash advance fees, and it's just not really worth doing it on Navy Fed anymore. That being said, if they do change it, they are literally like one of the last ones that are even allowing that. So it's like, let's just enjoy our time and enjoy what we've been able to take advantage of with that. Hopefully you've been able to use that positively in your life and in your business if it does go away. But that's in question still, because then we've got some other people that are speculating in the community lately. And so that all eyes are on that, is to see what happens with the with those prepaid cards. So I think I'll probably wait until after that to shoot like a big Navy Fed video for the year. Okay, I'm still recently new to Navy Fed, and they started me with a $24,900 card and more rewards. Amex, I remember that. That's a good ass card, man. I love that card. That's one of my favorites. The only thing I don't like is that with like internationally, there's so few cards that are accepted on a lot of these platforms, and my Amex cards are accepted just fine on these platforms, but that Amex is not, because it's like technically not an Amex, even though it is. But yeah, that card's not accepted, and that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, I love it. Absolutely love it. Wonder what your stated income was. Oh, yeah, what the stated income was for the 30,000 starting limit. I don't know. Oh, you're asking Danny. Got it. I'm with you. Yeah, so PenFed just dropped out personal lines of credit. Yeah, we shot that PenFed video and talking about that. And then I think it was just before that, and I didn't know that. So that's one piece of data that we missed in that video. is that personal lines of credit gone. However, you can liquidate the entire credit line of their cards. Yes. USA is actually the one who told me that. So the max on PenFed, now to pivot, the max amount that you can get on a card is $25,000, but you can liquidate that full amount as a cash advance. And if you saw the short that we put up yesterday for the Navy Fed flagship that had 78,000, the most he can pull off is 23,000 as a cash advance. Whereas with PenFed, you can pull off the full amount off the card, which is crazy. Crazy. That video got deleted. Okay, get this. This was weird. We almost didn't do this live stream because that video got tagged as harmful content. So either some like I don't know, some uptight Eddie or little Karen got really upset and reported us, or like I don't know, somebody doesn't like some hater or something. But then we appealed it, and then they removed it like almost immediately within 2 hours, I think. So that was cool. But yeah, we'll do a more dedicated video talking about that. But really wanted to get personal line credit. Yeah, that's a bummer. And that is why, like with some of the stuff, we do got to act quick, because there's, as soon as something, like I noticed, as soon as something goes like viral within the YouTube community, it really goes to shit quick, man. It really does. All these credit unions that it's like one guy does it and then the next guy does it. And it's just, I don't understand why that happens, by the way. But I guess everyone's trying to chomp at the bit of virality. And I saw that in the beginning when we first started the channel. And when we first started the channel, I really kept up on all the other personal finance YouTubers, and I cared and I gave a shit. Now I just don't. I don't watch any of their stuff. I don't care what they do because I already know that they're all going to just follow each other. And I don't want anything to do with that. So that's why, especially with our content, we try and really stay in our lane and not focus on anyone else. And that's it, right? And we see, like, because the waves of trend come through the Discord. It's like all of a sudden everyone's talking about this credit union or that credit union. So I'm like, oh, okay, that one must be the new viral, the new viral topic on YouTube. So, or in my FICO forums, right? All right, what do we got? Let's check in on this poll. What else do we want to talk about on business credit? What else do we got? What else do we got? I'm going to make some people moderators really quick. How do I do that? Jesus. But I'm going to make some people moderators. What is the difference between a managing moderator and a standard moderator? All right, I'm going to go standard for now. USA, Danny boy. Go standard. Who else I got in here? Who else is some OGs? Q. We're gonna add Q as one. And I'll bump you up to managing if we need to or it matters. I don't know. All right, cool. All right, what else we got? Or are we done? I mean, you guys got me, right? Ask away. And you got some literal studs in the chat right now. You got some of the best people in the community in the chat right now. So ask away. This is your time. This is your moment. Ask those questions, right? We are here for you. That's why I'm doing this. I could be doing anything else right now. Training's been going good. So we'll talk about my training then, okay? Until somebody asks some questions. Training's going good. I'm excited. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm going to be 40 soon. So I'm excited about that because it's really interesting. So I got really sick. I got really fat. Got up to about 250, just all fat. Lost all my strength. Lost all my muscle. I had arthritis everywhere. I had pain and arthritis everywhere. Elbow joint, wrist joint, knee joint, ankle joint. Couldn't even do a single pull-up. You imagine that? I would go in and bang out hundreds on a Friday workout. So my Friday workouts used to be, or Saturday morning, used to be 1,000 rep workout. And I used to follow this guy, Joe Donnelly. And one of the workouts that he was infamous for is 1,000 rep workout. So it's like 100 squats at this weight, 100 this at this, 100 this at that. And one of the things was I always put in my 1,000 rep workout was 100 pull-ups. And then Saturday mornings, I'd go to the track. Saturday or Sunday mornings, I'd go to the track and do warm up with 400 and then do a bunch of, I would do 10 by 10 sprints. So sprint, walk back, 10 times. I think it was just like a 40 yard. And yeah, got sick, got really, really fat. And then So now I can definitely speak to that, because I could never speak to that before. Even when I was super young and I was a personal trainer, I could never really speak to that because I'd never gained a bunch of weight like that. And so now I get it, man. I definitely understand it now. And so it's been like a 3-year journey back, because I did not want to change anything with my diet, because old me would have just crash dieted back to get lean again. And that's what I'd always done for, previous work. And I didn't want to. So instead, I just taking it slow over like the last 3 years. And now I'm down around 200, just below 200. And muscle tone's back, strength is back, power's back. So I'm loving it. We just lost 5 people, me talking about fitness. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fitness is part of it. Like, you got to understand, all this stuff is connected, even though they're like separate niches. And I get that, a finance channel shouldn't talk about fitness and a fitness channel shouldn't talk about, cars and automotive, but it's all connected, right? Usually when people strive to start a business or grow a business, some area of their life suffers. Family suffers, the kids suffer, your health suffers. And especially if you're in a high frequency job or high frequency market, usually that's what happens. Great question. Okay, what happens if you use projected income for stated income and are asked for proof of income? You are in trouble. Kind of. Okay, here's the deal. There's quite a bit of wiggle room here, and I'm not going to tell you to do this at all. But I've seen a lot of people now get away with, now, whether this was a true projection or if they just made it up and lied, I've seen a lot of people now get away with this. Usually there is some leniency. The worst case, they will cut the trade line, close the trade line. And semi-worst case is they'll cut the trade line if they ever ask for that. Now, the only reason why they would ask for that, if you stated something and then they need that to actually approve you, usually not going to happen. Usually they will just approve you. Now, if down the line you start to put heavy usage on the card or left, carryover balance of, almost maxing the card out every single month, then you're going to start to get yourself into trouble after maybe 3-6 months. Then they might start asking for proof of income. But usually out of the gates to get approval, I've seen people that the guy was expecting to start a brand new business and he put his projected income at 150,000. Business flopped. He still got the business card and it was through Chase. It's through Chase, $10,000 card. So I've seen it. And it's not like he's getting audited and stuff now. So it's just how it goes. That being said, like, again, if you start to use the card heavy, you might find yourself in some trouble there. Okay. Open question for the community. Any predictions on fintechs for the future? I think it's moving more away from the standardized process that's always worked. I'll give my 2 cents. I think it's always the way that it's kind of always worked. They're going to move away from that, and all the Plaid or Plaid or whatever you want to call it type integrations that link up your bank account and give you access to trade line that way. I think that style is going to get more and more popular, right? And so I don't know what's next, what the next iteration is. I have a feeling what they're going to do is we just launched this video. Let me pull this up. Where's my mouse? Equifax. We just launched a video on Equifax covering this. Equifax has a product called the Working Number, and it is employment verification data, but it's way more than that. It's actually when you take vacations, when's your sick days, when's your leave, when's there's an emergency, when did your wife have a kid and you took time off, all of that, right? Like all of that's categorized and coded in a certain way in these payroll systems. And that is what Equifax is now on a terror, buying out all these companies and sub companies. And I think they're going to integrate that next, because they seemed really, really excited. All these new CEOs of all these fintechs seemed really excited about how promising that data was. So I think they're going to come up with all kinds of new ways to integrate that. Some will be good. A lot will be bad. That's all I'm going to say there. A lot of it will not be that good for people. All right, what do we got here? All right, we need to find Octave's financial. There it is. Their employer, and even small businesses who use payroll services like ADP don't. Let's bring this up. video you want to check out.
Welcome back to the channel, my friends. I recently
it.
came across some data on one of the largest
On
credit
another
bureaus
channel of ours.
in the
Go
US.
sub to
And
that
frankly,
channel if you want.
it made me sick.
Hint,
So,
hint. Go
of
sub
course,
to that channel.
I have to share it. Join me as we uncover the new shady business practices of Equifax. Now, there's a lot to cover here, and we got a bulk of this from Matt Stroller's Substack and a few people from our community. So shout out to those people. Thank you again for providing the data. Let's start.
Yeah, go sub to that channel.
Where the CEO of Equifax, the current
it's struggling.
CEO,
that channel is struggling, bro.
Bigor, presented at a Goldman Sachs conference for investors.
But yeah, you want to know where the trend is going with fintech? That's my opinion.
In the business,
it's going with streaming in more data, because think about it. We got FICO 10, which is going to look at the last 24 months of what
helped furnish credit data
now
to
it's
make
bringing
sure that we're all
employment
paying our bills on
now
time
it's starting to bring in
build
some
the credit
fun
profile for us.
/ terrifying thing,
they are
data
one of the
points like
largest
that to
TransUnion
really get a
but it would
full
also
picture.
appear that
What they
over the
want
last
is they
4
want
years
a
or so,
more
they've been
full
aggressively
picture.
getting into
Yeah?
the income
And
verification
that's what we're going to
business
see
and turning
year after
themselves
year after
into
year.
mini
FICO 11,
IRS.
FICO
And I
15,
quote,
FICO
"We
50
have meaningful
is
pricing
that
power
they're just going to get
because
so
only
good
Equifax
at
has that
integrating
income
parts
and
of
employment
your
data,"
data.
Bigor said.
Next
Equifax
after
aggressively
this
raised
next
prices
big
on the work
next
of
big one,
reporting
I think will be
client
transactional data.
and has,
Right?
according to
I know some
Bigor,
big
already
players that
got
are
our
developing
January
some
2023
payment
price
processing
increases in the market.
tools
Long-term, he
that
says,
are
we have an ability
that are
to grow
blockchain-based
price
tools
well in excess
that
of GDP.
big companies are looking at,
Shocking stuff
because it will bring even more transactional data. So first it's going to be employment data that they're going to integrate, and they're already doing that. And then after that it's going to be transactional data. And then basically
it is. Here's part of the audio.
It's bad because there's zero privacy in that. It's good because if you say what you say you are and what you're making and what you're doing, then you'll be just fine and you'll be able to get credit.
In that business, I wouldn't put it in the same.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good card.
But we have a very unique data.
I think it's a pretty good card. I have it. I have one for one of my LLCs. That's pretty good. I think the limit's low though, 3,500 or 4,000 or something. Yeah, no muss, no fuss. Pretty easy to manage. It's like weird how there's like a separate login, separate portal for it, even though it's like under PayPal. And I don't know if I'm just dumb, but I don't think you can pay from a PayPal balance to pay off that card, which I also thought was silly. So, or maybe I just haven't figured out how to do that. I'm not huge into PayPal like I used to.
And
quick story time.
Full video
PayPal back in the day, like back in the early internet marketing
why
days.
would someone be so dumb enough to openly brag like that?
Was
But then you have
absolutely
to
insane.
remember
They
that
would put
Equifax's
rolling
controversial behavior
reserves on your account,
is
what they called it,
legendary
where
at this
you
point.
had to keep
Equifax
10,
is known for
20,
a few things.
30%
First off,
reserve
known
that they would
they are by
hold
far the
for
hardest
chargebacks and
credit
for
bureaus to
refunds.
get wrong credit
Then they
information
just would
removed
lock down your
by
account.
calling,
There was another thing they would
sending
do. They would
letters.
just lock down
They
your
are the
account for
hardest.
6 months
And
and keep all your money.
it's known for the 2017
And there's like lawsuit
which
after
was a
lawsuit
massive
after lawsuit
They
of digital
accidentally
marketers
leaked the
trying to
personal
sue just to get their money back. But this was a very common practice with payment processors back then, because there wasn't your stripes, there wasn't your. It was seen as a high risk category, and it was insane what some of these companies would do. The fees that they would charge us to process money, like we ended up doing one of our biggest launches was over. It was a 7-figure launch, and the amount of money that they hold, and we ended up losing hundreds of thousands of dollars because the payment processing company just basically said, "We're going to keep this money.
$25, $5 checks for the
We're
settlement."
going to keep this
But
money."
this
We're
was
just like,
a real deal
okay.
settlement that they
That
offered.
was it.
The first
just lost
offer
the money.
for everyone was
So
free credit
we come a
monitor
long way.
up to $125.
A bit loud on
cash
this
payment.
side.
But also there was provisions
Oh,
for
is it?
those who act.
Oh, that's playing in the background. My bad. I was playing as I was trying to talk. I apologize. But yeah, so anyways, back in the day, they would just keep your money. And the games that PayPal would play, they had the rolling reserve, and then they would freeze your account, and then they would just keep that. And yeah, so they come a long way since then. But that's why still to this day, you got a ton of people out there who hate PayPal, absolutely hate PayPal with a passion. Yeah, dude. Like, you just don't realize health is that important, but it really, really is. It should be at the top. It should be at the absolute top of the list, because it's too easy. It's like, oh, I'm working, I'm stressed out. I got all this stuff to, figure out, and I got all these moves to make, and blah, blah, blah. And that's my reason why I can't exercise, or that's my reason why I can't spend time with my kids. And it's like, you'll look back on that in your 50s and 60s and be like, man, I really wish I would have done that differently. So my suggestion is, don't allow that to happen. Get into it now. And low T, like, I don't know if this is really a great long-term option or solution, but TRT, like, what I like about TRT is it's not great now, but it will be great in the future. And the TRT that exists now, testosterone replacement therapy, will be the backbone to like IV treatments that will give us full vitamin profiles and fill deficiencies like that. That's the framework that we're building now. So everything that you'll see in the future is getting built now with this kind of like bumpy, stumbly TRT stuff. I will say that if you go on something like TRT, it's amazing. You will feel energy. You'll sleep better. Your sex life will improve. Your libido will improve. Everything will improve. Just stick to what they tell you. Like the norm is like 50 milligram to 75 milligram, but you got a lot of people who will like bump that up and do more because you start to see a difference in your body and you start to feel really good. So obviously, typical men, more is better. So then you'll bump it up to 125, 150, and that seems to be a really common thing now. And that's not testosterone replacement. That's just you taking steroids at that point. So if you get into the game at all, just stick to what the doctor tells you. All right, with the dosage. All right, cool. I paused the video. I apologize again. I was talking. The video was over me. I forgot that it will play that through the browser. So my bad. Cool. What else we got? What else we got? Or we'll end it. Hour. We've been here for an hour. 10,000 subs, guys. It's great. We're just getting started, though. We are just getting started. I can't wait. I can't wait for 100K subs, man. Yeah, what are we at? 9 a.m. Okay. Yeah, cool. Dogs that are losing it. Okay, what did you say? You still have to transfer from PayPal to a checking account to pay credit cards. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. So why can't I just pay for my PayPal balance to my PayPal credit card? I don't know. Maybe you can. Hit that like button. That's right, Danny. Hit that like button. Hit it. Take a second. Hit it. Comment. And then go subscribe to Octaves. So these are like video essays. And I think they're great, but I made them. So yeah. If you're into that stuff, video essay type stuff, let's take a look. We came out swinging though, man. That's what had me super excited in the beginning because the very first video we uploaded, look at this video. Yeah, second video we uploaded had like 30K views. And I was like, okay, hell yeah, here we go, baby. And then here we are, 36 views. Help us out if you like. If not, that's cool too. Back to this. What else do we got? The infamous whiteboard. I've saved every single whiteboard that we've done on the channel. There's hundreds of actual videos and all the info on this thing, which I love. It's like a history lesson now. Thank you. Congrats on 10K subs. Yep, hit that like button. Let's pop that up for a minute. Okay. Hey, we got any last minute questions? Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up because wife's going to work and I want to say bye and get a smoothie. Smoothie time. After workout smoothie. Okay. Any last questions? Yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%. You know, because they're playing the game though, you know, they're playing the viral gambit game. And they're in that. They're locked in that. So they can't, you know, they're scared to like fall out of that. And yeah, I guess that's the benefit of us never being in it. We've never been in it, so we don't have to care about falling out of it. Right? Am I right or am I right? Cool. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Yeah, next time I think let's try and get some more people jumping on. It's not weird. It's not weird to speak in front of people. It's not weird to be live. Trust me. You'll get over it. Yeah. I think our perception of speaking in front of a group is a lot worse than the reality. Fun fact, and we'll wrap up with this story. When I was in high school, I almost failed high school because I could not speak in front of people. We had a class back then before equity and exclusivity took over. It was called public speaking. And that was part of your grade that you needed to pass that class to pass the school. Man, I've got a ton of horrible memories from that, but just understand that I was not even able to speak in front of the class, and I would do all of my assignments. I would come in early and speak just in front of the teacher, and I nailed it every time. And then, the final thing that we had to do to like pass the class was to speak in front of the group, and I could not. It was just a hot mess. Turned red, froze. So trust me, we've all been there. Okay. And I sucked at public speaking for the longest time. Then fast forward, started making a bunch of money doing internet marketing, and everyone started asking me to speak in front of audiences. So I just did, right? So then I got over it really quick, speaking in front of, hundreds of people, thousands of people, really, really quick. And now speaking in front of you guys. So just takes time, right? But anyways, I hope more of you will jump in with me, share your story with the community. There's a ton of value with firsthand experience like that, right? And maybe people don't relate to me, maybe they don't like me, how I talk, how my story is presented. Maybe they'll like you better, and they'll, that'll be the thing for them that will then, snap them into whatever, some sort of change that will positively benefit them. And if that is how that happens, then we still win, right? We as a group collective win. Because trust me, there's plenty to go around. We don't need to hoard any of this stuff, because it's like, there's plenty of it, right? Plenty of love to go around, plenty of intel, plenty of help to go around, right? So that's the good thing about the business that we are in, is that we don't have to cut each other out or cutthroat each other in any sort of way, because there's enough to go around, right? Cool. All right, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much. Again, congrats to all of us for hitting 10,000, the milestone. Next up, what should we celebrate? 50,000, and then we're going to do some sort of giveaway for 10,000. Stay tuned for that. We'll probably do something on Gleam, some sort of subscribe, share us type stuff to get points to win. And I think the prize will be 1 year in the Credit Mastermind, which is over $1,000 value. So yeah, that's that. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you.